Today is Monday, the 12th of February 2018. It is 2352 hours Central European Time. I want to mention a little thing pertaining to pseudo-science, whichever pseudo-science you fuckers out there practice. One of these things that I am absolutely certain you don't fucking understand. I refer you to the MAC systematics, the mind and consciousness systematics. I refer you to that horizontal line beneath which you have insanity. Right? Top left you have sanity, top right you have absanity, but that is above the line. Beneath the line you have insanity. Anyone insane, and here specifically, the reason why I bring this up is because I am getting torture again down all manners of pseudoscience having to do with body descriptions coerced into here, which is, for the people who still insist that they don't know what I'm talking about, is basically biosignals not measured and extracted, so to speak, but force overriding the ongoings in your own body, pretending that you have amputated limbs, pretending that you have no flesh or nerves or whatever over your skeleton, and so on and so forth. That whole pseudoscience, especially in connection with people still choosing to follow their own delusions of pseudoscience and or completely grotesquely forged and word-swept and not real extraction protocols going back to the cerebellum days with a capital C, and what exactly I meant with that and your pseudoscience in connection with the body description being that you get it all fucking wrong. Now, any science, and here it's getting interesting because whether it's real science or pseudoscience, is not accessible to anyone beneath that horizontal line. If you are insane, you cannot grasp science. And for completeness sake, you cannot grasp pseudoscience. No matter how crap, ridiculous, mumbo-jumbo pseudoscience it might be, you try desperately to treat it as a pseudoscience, as a forged science. There's some fuckers out there who say that we can make sciences and shit like that. At that point, it's a pseudoscience. You cannot work even pseudoscience if you're insane. Once more, going back to the torture, I have explained to you elaborately, quite a while ago, how the Abwehramt in this MAC systematics is for the most part, the Abwehramt and the Dunstkreis is for the most part in the trans-absane little section, which is on the absane side of the triangle, but already beneath the horizontal line. The Abwehramt is insane. The Abwehramt is not absane, the Abwehramt is insane. I have made that clear quite a while ago. I cannot help having the impression, you know, and to be honest, that's not exactly a new impression. It just, over these last couple of days, due to the amount of torture again, and also in particular the flavor of torture, having a lot to do with pseudoscience again, I cannot help but have the impression that you still allow insane people to, that's my interpretation of what's going on, that you task insane people, namely in this specific case the Abwehramt and the Dunstkreis, to go research and field studyize and practice your pseudoscience and just verify your pseudoscience. They cannot do that because the Abwehramt is insane. If you wonder why your pseudoscience never ever quite becomes anything graspable in the sense of pseudoscience as it might be, anything, you know, because science works that way, that at a certain point it's done and there you have it. Okay? And true pseudoscience would work that way too. You don't constantly always have to redefine and reinterpret and re-whatnot anything in science. No. Nor would you have to in pseudoscience. Namely, especially not if your goal is to recreate sciences. Like a long time ago, your parent generation fixed mundi, or as a matter of fact, probably your grandparent generation of fixed mundi, if not the great-grandparent generation of fixed mundi, in that respect, much more successfully than you currently trying around with shit like that, established this horrendous, grotesque pseudoscience called psychology. I have the impression that you want to create whatever pseudoscience, want to verify whatever pseudoscience, and utilize me as a guinea pig for experiments in your pseudoscience. Not just wouldn't that work anyhow because it's pseudoscience, but don't you find it frustrating that you're not making any kind of progress? I can tell you why that is. It is not just because it is a pseudoscience, because you can just lie it up to the point, lie and lie and lie and lie, and twist my words and twist my thoughts and blame me of allegedly having said this and thought this, which I never did. But at a certain point, you'd have a concrete pseudoscience and it would be done, basically. You know, like in a microwave, there'd be a ding, and it's done. Come the point, even a pseudoscience ought to be finished. You have to constantly rework your own pseudosciences. And the reason why it is so is because you allow insane to experiment around in it, and you outright task the insane with making breakthroughs in the field of your pseudoscience. That does not work. That will not work, ever. So once more, kill the fucking Abwehramt. And if you still can't get yourself to kill the fucking Abwehramt, at the very least, take them out of any kind of tasks and field experiments and take them away from the working end of your pseudoscience, because they are insane. And if you want a real pseudoscience, just as much as if you wanted real science, you cannot ever utilize insane. That does not chime, that does not, that isn't compatible. See, no one in the field of actual science would ever get the crazy idea, you know, I think we should just send a bunch of insane people to figuring out science. But the truth is, you want to create pseudosciences, which are such delusions of mumbo jumbo that in all external appearance and in all ways that you try to argue for that shit pretends to be a science. And at that point, you cannot allow the insane to verify in a pseudo-scientific fashion your crazy theories and theorems in that field or these fields of your pseudosciences. Because these people, Abwehramt and Dunstkreis, are fucking insane. Right? Pseudoscience can be worked by the absane. They can. But not by the insane. Insane people can work neither real science nor pseudoscience. They are insane. They cannot work science. They cannot verify and prove and research and whatever. They cannot chew, they cannot process science or pseudoscience. They are insane. So please find other people to torture me and other ways to torture me than having Abwehramt and their fuckers, insane as they all are, torture me with your pseudoscience. Because the truth is, you must you must be able to find a plethora of other torturers that would A, not be insane, and B, need not practice your pseudoscience, which against me is ineffective anyhow. Right? So basically, once more, you're blithering idiots. But I want to go on record here on video explaining you how even pseudoscience, grotesque, laughable shit that it might be, cannot be practiced by the insane and thus cannot be practiced by the Abwehramt fuckers and their Doomsklass. Thank you.